Welcome friends to the another session on digital electronics. In this session, we will be discussing about the conversion of hexadecimal numbers. In this session, we will understand what is the importance of hexadecimal numbers and what is the procedure or what are the steps to convert a given hexadecimal number into equivalent decimal number, binary number, and octal number. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, Learn with Prakash Kanade, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more videos on the subjects of electronics and computer science. Friends, you will find that the use of the microprocessor is rapidly increasing. Microprocessors are not only used in our computers or in our laptops or in our tablets, but you will find that they are used in cars also. So there are many devices in which you will find that the microprocessors are used, and such systems are being called as the embedded systems. So whenever a microprocessor is used in car or in automobile, then you will find that it is frequently needed that you should write appropriate programs for such microprocessors. And whenever there is a time for writing the microprocessor programs, then you will find that you will be needed to make the use of hexadecimal numbers. You will find that there are four number systems: decimal, binary, octal, and hexadecimal. And a number from one number system can be easily converted into another number system. When we convert the number, then actually what we are doing is that we are making the change in the base of the number. Hexadecimal numbers are very important because you will find that the hexadecimal representation in the binary is very easy. And also the binary number can also be very easily converted into hexadecimal. And therefore, many times, instead of writing the long binary number, people always prefer to write the short hexadecimal representation of the given binary number. Another advantage of using the hexadecimal number is that it uses less memory to store the more numbers than that of decimal. Say for example, when we use the 2 digits of the hexadecimal number, then it can store 256 numbers. While when we use the 2 digits of the decimal number, then it can store only 100 numbers. Hexadecimal numbers can also be called as the hex numbers. And you will find that the hex numbers can be easily used while writing the memory address. So computer memory address is being written by using hex numbers. You will find that, as I told you, that whenever you write programs in computer or whenever you write the programs for microprocessor, that is the assembly language programs, then in such assembly language programs, you always need to make use of the hexadecimal numbers. As shown in this image, you will find that here it is a sample assembly language program. And in this case, we have been using the numbers which are indicated by H. So H means these are the hexadecimal numbers. In case of web programming, you will find that it is necessary for us to make the use of many more colors. And web colors can also be described by using the hex numbers. Say for example, for one color, the 2 digits can be used. And these 2 digits can have 256 different levels of color. And in case of RGB system, that is red, green, and blue system, you will find that the 16 million colors can be described by using the hex numbers. So hex numbers are important. They are used everywhere. And therefore, it is necessary that we should convert them into equivalent decimal number, binary number, and octal number. So the first conversion that we'll be discussing is how to convert a hex number into decimal equivalent. Suppose we have been given a hex number. Now what you have to do is that in the first step, that you have to write down the weight of the hex digit. And we know that the weight of the hex digit is in the powers of 16. You will find that when we start from the hexadecimal point to the left hand side, the weight will go on increasing. And if it contains the fractional part, then from the hexadecimal point to the right hand side, the weight will go on decreasing. And then we have to take the product of the hex digit and its weight. And in the third step, we need to sum all such product together in order to get the decimal equivalent number. So for example, we have been given a hexadecimal number 54.D2, and now we want to obtain its hexadecimal equivalent. So this is the process that can be done to obtain the decimal equivalent. Suppose this is the number 54.D2. Now I will write the weight of each hexadecimal digit. For this 4, the weight will be 16 raised to 0. So we have to start from this point to the left hand side, and the weight will go on increasing. For this 5, the weight is 16 raised to 1. Now to the right hand side, the weight will go on decreasing. This D will have a weight 16 raised to minus 1, and this 2 will have a weight 16 raised to minus 2. Now what we have to do is that we have to take the product of the hex digit along with its weight. So 5 into 16 raised to 1 plus 4 into 16 raised to 0 plus D into 16 raised to minus 1 plus 2 into 16 raised to minus 2. So you will find that 5 into 16 becomes 80. 4 into 16 raised to 0 becomes 4 because 16 raised to 0 is 1. Then D is being represented by 13, and therefore 13 into 16 raised to minus 1, that is 13 divided by 16, and it will be 0.8121. And 2 into 16 raised to minus 2. So 16 raised to minus 2 is 1 divided by 16 into 16, and therefore this value is 0.0078125. So when we sum all such products together, then the final answer that we'll be getting is 84.8203125. And therefore we can say that the hexadecimal number 54.D2 will have a decimal equivalent 84.8203125. Similarly, we can convert a given hexadecimal number into its binary equivalent. Such conversion is very easy, and it is only one-step conversion. Whenever a hex number is given to you, then what you have to do is that you have to write a 4-bit binary number for each hexadecimal digit. When you write such 4-bit binary number for each hexadecimal digit, then you will find that you have obtained its binary equivalent. So in this conversion, you need not to multiply by anything, or you need not to divide by anything. Say for example, we have been given a number 1AC. This is the hexadecimal number, and we want to convert this number into binary equivalent. So what I will do is that for each hexadecimal digit, I will write a 4-bit binary number. So again, I will be referring this table. So for C, you will find that if you refer to the table, then the C, for C, there is a binary number 1100. Therefore, I will replace C by 1100. For A, the number is 1010. For A, the number is 1010. And for 1, I have got the binary equivalent 0001. So therefore, we can say that 1AC hexadecimal is equal to 0001, 1010, 1100 binary. Similarly, we can convert a given hexadecimal number into its octal equivalent. And for such conversion, there is a 2-step process. That is, initially you have to convert the given hex number into binary form, and then you need to convert a binary number into an octal number. Say for example, we have been given a hex number, then we can obtain its binary form by writing a 4-bit binary number for each hex digit. Then you start making the group of 3 binary bits. So you start from the point to the left hand side and make the group of 3 binary bits. If it contains some fractional part, then you have to start from the point, binary point, to the right hand side and again make the group of 3 binary bits. And now you can represent each group by the corresponding octal digit. Say for example, we have been given a number 1F0C. This is a hexadecimal number, and we want to obtain its octal equivalent. So here I will write first of all the hexadecimal number 1F0C. Now first of all I will convert this number into binary form, and binary conversion can be done by writing the 4-bit binary number for each hex digit. So for C we will write 1100. So again we will refer to this table. C can be replaced by 1100. For 0 we will write 0000. F can be replaced by 1111. So for F we have a number, binary number 1111, and for 1 we will write 0001. Now this number doesn't contain any fractional part, and therefore we have to start from the right hand side to the left hand side. Therefore I will make the group of 3 binary bits. So the first group will be 100, second group will be 001, third group will be 100, fourth group will be 111, and next group will be 001. And only one bit 0 is being left, that can be left as it is. So you will find that this 001 can be replaced by 1, 111 can be replaced by 7, 100 can be replaced by 4, 001 can be replaced by 1, and 100 can be replaced by 4. So again for this replacement, we will make the use of this table. So whenever we have the binary bit 100, it can be replaced by 4. So you will find that whenever the hexadecimal number given to us is 1F0C, then its equivalent octal number will be 17414. So thank you friends for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood how the hexadecimal number can be converted into different number systems. If you have any queries, if you want to ask any questions, then always you can write it to me. And in our next session, we'll be discussing about the binary codes. Thank you all for viewing the session.